You got mushrooms going in the lawn. Sick. Needs a mow, but average. Anyway, might eat them later. Exciting episode today. Very excited about this one because it means we get to get rid of this atrocity. That is actually supporting the whole motor right now. About 110 mil up from where it should be. Today, hopefully a nice and short, sharp episode. Getting rid of this, lowering it back down and putting it in the engine mounts where it's supposed to sit. So it's finally home where it's actually going to be seated. And then after that, we are going to look at some of the hard lines around the back there because some of them are cooked. And then if we're feeling really lucky, I might even try and get the oil filter off. So I swear, the box is out, the engine is completely lifted and across, and I still can't fucking take the oil filter off. I've got an oil filter relocation kit, but I'm starting to think it may be an engine out job to fit it because that shit is tight, son. So we'll start now by jacking the motor up, getting rid of the sleeper, and then hopefully playing a bit of Tetris to get it down to where it needs to be. So hopefully this will be the last, I want to say the last of the cowboy shit, but it won't be. But we can at least get rid of that. So. By pure luck, I just lifted it up. This one is straight above the mount, so you can't tell, but that is straight above where it needs to be. Oh, so good. It's so good. There's no damage. Get rid of this thing. Oh, look at her. She's back, baby. Alrighty. Beep. Beep. Yeah, she's home, baby. Both engine mounts in. Even like it's nice to see like this stuff kind of sitting where it needs to sit. Back of the engine jacked up. So these lines that run behind the head, there's like a water line. These lines here, that line there, and the one above it, and then they run out. It's a water line and a boost line. Full disclosure, when I was first taking the car apart, as you're taking the turbos off, it's like one of the first things you undo, the water manifold. And mine, I think I showed this in earlier, it just was like, nah man, I'm checking out. It just wouldn't undo, and so had to undo it, stripped it, cracked the head of the bolt off, f***ed the fitting. So I drilled and tapped that in there, and my plan was, instead of sealing on the inside flared surface, it now has an O-ring around the outside. Now that everything is there and exposed at the back, I looked at the hard lines and I was like, most people are replacing these if they go single, so there's probably heaps of that little setup laying around. And lo and behold, I was right. Put a post in the GTR pages and I got a reply from Troy. Troy is a legend. I believe he watches the channel. He's got a stock R32 GTR. He lives down in Victoria. If you want to go follow him. Just went and got some new hoses to replace just all the shit like this. Like they're all just cracked and old, as well as clean up some of the fittings and stuff like that. So we will get around to changing all them and then put it back on the car. Out with the old and in with the old with new hoses. Let's go lay down under the car and go put these back on. Can't wait. So she is done and all nice new lines. and it looks nice and tidy. Now this is still being jacked up, so it's off the back of the wall, and I'm just going to jam some bubble wrap in there. You just put the bubble wrap there so that when you release the jack you don't get lots of crushing in behind the head, because it's going to sit like that for a little while. But that is her. She's done and dusted the timber treated post. Old girl, good job. She's gone, so it actually looks like an RB again, which is sick. At least she looks like an engine bay again, and I'm stoked with that. We're getting close to doing cool shit again. So anyway, still holiday time, so still biz. My neighbours honestly must think I'm an alcoholic with like a psychopath that just talks to himself all day and mows his lawn every day. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next one. Bye!
Ever since you shut the door on everything we knew, you're too late for love, feeling your trip, love, feeling on love, feeling your trip, love.